Hi everybody, hello and welcome. How are you all? I'm afraid tonight it is just YouTube, no Facebook group anymore, and certainly not tonight, no Facebook page. So I hope that you can all hear me. Can you give me a thumbs up if the sound's all right? And welcome to Tarot with Anne-Marie, the channel where we look at how to read tarot cards and help you along your journey. So I am going to share with you the link in case you want to jump on and ask some questions or get some help or offer us some pearls of wisdom. So here we go. I'm going to share that with you now. I've posted it already, but just for those that don't know, here it is. So we have got the Three of Cups here tonight, and how to combine that. And how are we combining that card? Well, I've chosen the Chariot for you. Have a look at this. You know, the Three of Cups, we did a whole tutorial the other night on how that card actually works, and it's a card of celebration, of gathering, of socializing. So that's what that one's all about. Now, the Chariot, if you want to go back into what's happened in the past and how that actually works, you can have a look at my podcast where I have done videos on all of the major arcana cards, and you can find the one that you're looking for. So what does the Chariot and the Three of Cups combined mean? Well, the Chariot is a card of the home, isn't it? That's what it's all about. It really is. It's about our domestic life. So it's about our home, it's about our family. And combined, we've been told here that we are celebrating something that's linked with home and linked with our family. So can you see why combining cards can actually give you a clear answer as to what it is you're trying to actually get from your cards, get the meaning out of them? So the Chariot is linked to a lot of things, but it's the home, it's our domestic life, it's Cancerians, which is the time that we're in at the moment. Happy birthday, Cancerians. And it's about our domestic life. It's to do with houses, people that live in that particular dwelling with you. And so all of that is very much how this actually comes together. So by combining the fact that there's a celebration and some socializing going on, you would know that you're either going to be socializing with maybe a Cancerian or at Cancerian times now, and also something that's combining the home and the family. So can you see by fusing those together how that actually helps you? All right, so the home and the family coming together for a celebration. Well, that might be a family reunion. It might be we're having a party to celebrate how long we've actually lived here, or we've just moved in, or we've just updated the actual aesthetics of the place. Maybe you've had something where you've got a bigger kitchen or a bigger dining area in order to be able to entertain and have fun. But also it's telling you who's going to be there, the family, and where it's going to be people that you would refer to as where you feel that you can be that safe version of yourself amongst those that love and care about you. So another card to actually combine would be, if we look at this, okay, there we've got the High Priestess. Now the High Priestess is a card of the future. So we've got celebrating and socializing there, but it's a future event. So we're looking now at how we can combine that and say, okay, we've got a future event coming up, it's time for celebration, it's a time for gathering, and it's a time to have fun. But there may be people, the high priestess is also, it's a kind of intuition, of course, but it's also to do with the fact that we may not know everything about this, so there may be some secret involved here. So maybe this is a surprise, a celebration, organising something for an event and keeping it quiet. Not everybody likes surprises, of course, but that's what this could imply. So celebrating and socialising coming up as in a future event or something that's going to be revealed to you. So the person that's having the reading, the current or the seeker that's actually having the reading, and that might be you, or you might be reading for someone else, in which case, what would you actually say to them? And you say, well, this is telling you that there's something coming along. You may need to be ready for this. There's this gathering, this celebration, maybe a bit of surprise. They may clearly tell you that they know all about it, and that it's the surprise or the secret for someone in their family or somebody that they care about, of course. All right. Any questions, anybody? Can you see if you actually bring it together? And I thought I'd just put some words on screen there to be able to help you along tonight, in case it can get confusing as in, oh gosh, I don't know what she's doing. Just look at the keyword for one card alone, and then look at the keyword for your major arcana. Now we're studying the Three of Cups, aren't we? So by studying the Three of Cups, we're in a position to be able to say it's all about gatherings, it's all about socialization, it's all about celebrating amongst people that we feel have been part of that, or something that is connected to what the celebration is actually about. All right, so let's have a look at what else. Okay, this one. All right, so the Empress, simple, a beautiful woman that represents, Mother Earth, mother. So maybe some mother is having a celebration. Now that of course could be the obvious pregnancy, but you've got to be very careful how you actually talk about that in your readings, because people will hang on every word. And if I were you, I wouldn't go there. I would just say, okay, there's a lot of fertility around you and some happy times to come. Nice and easy. But this could be mum's celebrating, or there is somebody celebrating motherhood. Maybe it's even, the oldest mother in the actual family, which would be, of course, grandmother. Maybe the maternal, maybe the paternal grandmother. This could be a mother of sorts. It could be mother is actually really happy, she feels now that her family is complete and there's a celebration. It might be her birthday, it may be some sort of success where she's got a venture, where she's nurturing herself, she's doing something for her. So this is again about celebrating, and we've been told who, and it's the Empress. Look at the word mum, look at something beautiful, because the Empress, of course, connects to Venus, and Venus is all about beauty, abundance, being grateful, being happy. Sometimes, as in the Three of Cups, as I did the other night, we went through the tutorial, talked about Three of Cups is about celebrating the gathering of the harvest, that they have had an abundance and they have gathered everything for that winter, and that they are not going to be hungry in any way. Well, the Empress is also there in nature. You've got the wheat there, we've got all of nature around, that actually could be a harvest. So again, combined, it could be, it's been a great time. We've harvested, the grapes have done really well this year, and we've got, great things happening with those grapes, or those olives, or the wheat, or the corn, whatever the harvest is. And it's something to celebrate because it's been an abundance, and that of course means that they are safe through the winter months, and it's time for them to enjoy the hard work that everyone's contributed to. So it could be that. So look at things in its simplest form and bring it together. see how it works, and look at it as in, if it makes you nervous to look at a spread, then look at it as in asking maybe what's happening now, the now. So now is a time of gathering, harvesting, things are paying off, it's time to celebrate, it's all worked out really well, and there's an abundance, and everyone is of value, because Venus, of course, is linked to people being valuable. My apologies tonight, two things happened. For some reason, I was not able to stream directly into my Facebook pages. I've got two of them. And so that's one. And number two, the electric went off. And I think that's because there was far too many lights and air conditioners running. And so just a minute before I was due to come on, that happened. And then I had to quickly navigate my way around why I couldn't actually broadcast without actually getting rid of the Facebook. So at least I know that I'm only in YouTube. Hello, passionate Saji, how are you? How are you doing? Are you well? Have you moved yet? I know you were talking about waiting to move. I was thinking about you the other day, so I must ask you that question and see if things are going in the right direction for you, or whether that's already happened. Okay, so yeah, the Empress and Three of Cups, great gatherings and celebrations, wonderful things are happening. All right, so let's have a look at some keywords, and then I'll show you another combination. So some keywords were there for a reminder of what we did on the Three of Cups. Only some of them, of course. But that's really the way to go when you're actually combining. The tutorials are there for you to feel that you've got all that knowledge and all that information, and that you can use that because you really know that card, and you have got so many things that it could be. And I know the difficulty of saying, well, which one is it? Well, by using another card, it might make more sense to you. A bit like this. So again, let's put up there, it's the Three of Cups, celebration, socializing. Let's choose that keyword or two just to help us. And what's the Magician about? Oh, I'm going to bring that up in a minute. Okay, got a message there from Passionate Saji. So I'll put that on in a minute, my love. The Magician is about achieving goals. So if this came up as a pair, it's time to celebrate, because you have got everything working in your favor for achieving those goals. You will be celebrating if you're not already. You are socializing with the people that's been part of your journey. Can you see how this is kind of coming together? And so if you got that, you might actually be looking and saying, oh my goodness me, how does that work? Well, if you're looking at sort of what the cards want me to know, it's like, okay, any goals that you want to achieve, you are in the process of being able to say you're on the right track, because it will be a time to celebrate. So it's like, will I do it? Yes. So let's say somebody says, oh, I want to lose a few pounds. You pull this out, yeah, you'll achieve your goal. You will be celebrating, you will be socializing, working with that and that alone. Okay, right. You haven't moved yet. Worse still, you've got COVID. Oh my goodness. Sorry to hear that. I saw that coming up and it's like, oh my gosh. Wow. Haven't heard of that being around for quite some time. I do wish you better. And Earth. Gosh, I bet you're feeling awful, aren't you? So sorry to hear that, Passionate Saji. Make sure that you drink plenty of water, plenty of rest, nurture yourself. Do everything and anything that you can that will build you up. So, all the nutrition that you can give to your poor, tired body. I do wish you better, darling. It's the first time you've had it. Ah, gosh. I only said the other day, do you have to have your jabs anymore? And I think it's something of your own personal choice, isn't it? And then you come out with that. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that. I do wish you better, my lovely. Okay, let's choose this one. Okay, that was silly of me. I'm going to move screens for a minute. Hold on. Okay, I move screens because I've got some words that I want to put up for you. So 3 of Cups, let's keep with, we're celebrating and socialising. The Hierophant, the one that everyone goes, oh gosh, I want to take it out of the deck because I really don't know what to say. Actually, it's quite easy. It's where we have to go by this official and contracts. So how could that tie in? Easy. If you're celebrating something and you're happy and you're joyful, you might be getting a new contract at work. If it's something official and it's in relationships, this might be a contract, a verbal contract, or an engagement, or we're going to go and get a contract and get married, or we're going to actually go for a property together, we're going to move in together, because we're celebrating the fact that we like each other and want to be with each other. So can you see that if you blend and combine them together, this works using the method that I use by saying to you, I am not referring to getting all your cards and shuffling 78 cards together. I'm referring to, see the theme, separating your deck into 22 major arcana and the other half of the deck remaining 56 minor arcana. Yep. And so once you've actually separated them, you are going to get, as you shuffle, a random card from the major, and you are going to get another one from the minor. Now, we're just doing pairs. What I do is, that's how I lay out a spread. And so, for every position, I place 2 cards, one from the major, one from the minor, so that it's marrying together and giving me that information. Oh, that's good. I am pleased to hear that you're coping better. Still not easy, is it? Gosh. You had it in 2022. That's not fair, is it? It's repeated itself with you. Oh, gosh. I'm glad you're feeling better. You know what to do, don't you? You say Jewish chicken soup, because it's got all of the wonderful things that make us feel better. But yeah, I think it's liquids and letting your body try to get its best out of what you're putting into it, and letting it rest, even if you don't sleep, staying hydrated, and making sure that your nutrition just helps you have all those wonderful vitamins and minerals to build you back up again. Do wish you better. Gosh. So yeah, if somebody was saying, well, I've gone for an interview, what do you think is going to happen? And these 2 come out, as I said, it's like, oh, you are going to be celebrating because I've got the 3 of Cups. And the Hierophant, if you just think of that as contracts, but I'm passionate Sagittarius, let's get rid of that, sorry, official contracts. So official contracts are, red tape. Am I going to get my passport? Yeah. Official matters are giving you a celebration. Something where you need officially to be able to celebrate the passing of exams, the passing of a driving test, the entry point into the school or the college or the university that you so want to get into. Are we going to get that property? Contracts, Hierophant. Hierophant's brilliant, Hierophant also, I will say to you, is don't forget it's HR. So people look at it because it's represented here as the religious field. and we think, oh, that's not relevant to us. Sometimes we need official people that recognise that we need authority and we need some sort of structure in order to be able to say that we can't all just get on a plane when we want to. We've got to have the correct official documents in order to be able to board that plane, such as visas, such as passports, such as, you booked a ticket and where you're going to sit. It's organisation. It's organisation by others that tell us where to sit and stand. And years ago that used to be reflected by the church. The Three of Cups having a celebration, people always go, oh, it's a birth, it's a child. It's not. It's any form of celebrating where you actually go, there's a pat on the back because you and a team of others. And you might say, oh, I did all that study. What about your teacher? What about your lectures? What about the actual curriculum that you followed? Maybe it was some sort of online course. Maybe it was a PDF. Maybe it was books and books. Maybe it was the whole thing at university, the whole of the course, the years that you spent there. Maybe it was the school itself. It's a combination of everybody. And, when we actually graduate, this would be a perfect example of a graduation. Officially celebrating that you've graduated. Anything. I want to get a mortgage. Yes, this is the kind of thing you're looking for. So think of the Hierophant as the powers that be that will actually give you the visa, that will sort the red tape out, that you've got to work with them and provide them with certain things that they're asking for in order to be able to get to that celebration. No one said it was easy. It's not easy, is it? Not at all, not by any long shot. Getting it all sorted out, filling out the forms, getting the photo right, mustn't be smiling, you've got glasses in the wrong place, or your hair's in the way, or your hat, and they won't accept it. It's that kind of red tape that makes us go, oh gosh, but you know what, it's for our protection in some way. Because what if we all decided we were going to board the bus or the train and it was overloaded and too full? It wouldn't work. We've got to have some sort of system, structure, and it's got to be organised, and we've got to know what we're doing. So that's quite simply what that one is all about. So I'll keep bringing on your message, passionate Saji. I'm really sorry. Let's get rid of that. So if you are looking at being able to do a spread, I'll just show an example of what my spread looks like. Okay, so here we've got the advanced spread that I use every single day that I read. And this is how many cards I've put out. So even for somebody that's ringing up for half an hour or an hour, or maybe a very quick reading in their lunch break or their tea break, and they say, I need to know something. Out comes all of these cards. Why? Because anything they're going to ask me once they're on the table, I've got the answers there. And that's exactly what my signature course part 2 would lead to. Part 1 is less cards, using exactly this, but not giving you 44 cards at once. And there's no point trying to do part 2 because you need part 1 first to settle down with that one. So just in case anybody is actually curious, that's what it's all about. Okay, so back to the PDF and I. So, any questions? So, please ask. We're light tonight because we're not multi-streaming. I can't go out to Twitch. It wouldn't let me. It wouldn't let me go into Facebook. Luckily, I'd read that the platform that I use, which is Ecamm, that other people had something similar. It's nothing to do with Ecamm. It's to do with all the red tape, the rules, Meta, doing a lot of different changes, probably for the better, but all change can be disruptive and not that easy. So here we are, just on YouTube, and what are we looking at in this pair? Strength and Three of Cups. So keeping it simple. Let's say that somebody's saying, I really want to do X. And X is, I don't know, a hobby of theirs. It's quite good actually that I said that, because the Strength card is a card that does relate to our hobbies, our inner child and our play and what we enjoy. So let's go with that one. And they say, you know something, I really want to read tarot. I love it. It's been a hobby of mine for a long time. Do you actually think that I am going to be good enough to be able to do some readings for people and go to maybe some events, psychic fairs, mind, body and spirit, and go into that community and offer something of value? I'd really like to do that. Let's say they've asked like that. And you would look at this pair and say, yes, you know, it's going to require you to be brave and have the courage to. Strength card is all about entertaining people. Why? Because it's linked to Leo. And Leos are brilliant at going on the stage and entertaining us all and giving us the most wonderful opportunity to be in the audience and be entertained by what it is they are doing. Now that audience, of course, if you're reading for a client, is them, that one particular person. So it's really saying here that the hobby of yours, yes, it will make you very, very happy. That's what this one's about. And it's saying that, you know what, you will, because you love it so much, you will find the strength. So it's feeding backwards and forwards here. You know, is my hobby going to make me happy? Yes. Is my hobby going to actually allow me to enjoy the success that I want? Yes, it will. You know, am I brave enough to do it? Yes. Why? Because in this particular case, so I'm a bit shy. Yeah, but you won't be, because this is something that you actually really enjoy. You know, it's your hobby. Everything changes, doesn't it, when we get to a stage at a place where we are enjoying ourselves. It's like anything. We'll enjoy it. You know, we'll be good at it probably if we enjoy it. We don't mind putting the work in to actually grow. So again, maybe somebody was saying, you know what, a hobby of mine, I was wondering if I could make it into a business. And it's saying, yes, you can. You know, you probably need to actually bring in a couple of people. It doesn't mean you need to employ them, but you will be working in harmony with others. How do we know that? Collaboration, celebration coming from the Three of Cups. All right. Any questions, anybody? Do say hi if you're watching. Always lovely to know who is with us. This one, the Hermit. The Hermit is linked, of course, to Virgo. Virgo is the 6th house, and it's to do with our daily routine, and it's very much to do with work. So if the Hermit came up, we've got the Three of Cups, and they were staying silent and not giving us anything in a reading, you could actually say, okay, work's actually looking as if you're really happy there. You know, I feel that you probably work on your own. How do we know that? Most of the time, because of the Hermit. But when you collaborate with others, you're really enjoying the celebration and the company and the camaraderie that goes on with that small group of people. They're creative, they're helping you. You might say, I'll work on my own, like I do. But in actual fact, you know, I've got a team that they do things for me, but we're not in the office together all the time because they are far away. And, well, when it's online and you're doing things and you have people do parts of something for you, you work together. So this would be your work, and the people that you are working with make you very happy. They're a joy to be around. You know, most of the time you're probably collaborating because you're all doing your own individual duties. You see, it's exactly what I'm saying, you know, a lot of people do. You might find that there's somebody running, I don't know, bakery, and they reach to a designer and web developer. The web developer creates their web page, and the designer creates their logo, and then they turn around and they collaborate together and they say, you need to do this and this and this and this, and that person has to go off and put it all together, because the designer and the web developer can only do so much without actually being given that guidance, i.e. the hermit. But it shows how much you're enjoying working with each other and how happy it is, and that this is a daily thing. How do we know that the hermit is daily? And also cups, yeah, 8 pointer days. All right, you need to know more by having a look at my actual courses. Okay, if you are somebody that wants to watch some of the previous lessons that we've done here on Tuesdays, which is combining tarot, then do take yourself over to my Tuesday podcast, which I call Tuesday Tarot Twists, and there you go, that is the playlist, and so you can have a look at that and choose any one you want to in the combination. So they're all there for you on my YouTube channel, of course, Tarot with Anne-Marie, and if you subscribe, you'll be notified when we are next going live or doing readings. Okay, so this one, so we've got on the screen for you now, we're using the card, the Three of Cups, all the way through and just changing the major arcana. And that's how I read, and I want to give you examples of how the Three of Cups changes so vividly by combining it. Remember, I said don't put two minors together, don't put two majors together. It's not going to help you. You're not going to be able to feed it that well. But the major arcana is telling you what's happening, and the minor arcana is telling you the background effects involved, such as the thoughts, the emotions, the actions, or the productivity and what's materializing. So if we've got the Three of Cups, we've said it's a card of celebrating and socializing. But what about the world? Oh gosh, what do I say there? You know, it looks like a nice card. Sometimes the nicer the card, the harder it is to read it. And you might go, why? And it's like, well, people are happy with that and go, yeah, that's great. You know, sometimes you're going to have to, you know, find that people will come to you because there's a problem. Hello. So the world is completion. Good morning. Where are you coming in from, Jules? Which part are you from? Let's just take that off for a minute so that we can say thanks ever so much for saying hello, Jules. Really, really, really. Great question. What if this was work or career? My goodness, you're working at this when you're not feeling well, passionate, Saji. Okay, so if it's work or career, it's like, okay, this person is going to complete something in their career, and it's going to be a celebration for them. Now, if they're looking at promotion, it's like, yeah, you're going to do it. You're going to be successful, or you have. It depends, you know, where it is. Let's look at it in the now, and it's like, it looks as if you're on your way to completing this. This is all really good. You're going to have something to celebrate, socialize, you know, a bit like turning around and saying, you know, I want to be a driving instructor, and am I going to pass my advanced driving test in order to be able to go through to the next round? Yeah, you completed that. So usually the world card is about completing something and being in a situation of being able to move on to the very next thing. A bit like, okay, I've got that exam and now it's on to the next one. You know, I've completed my medical sort of qualifications. Now I'm specializing in X. Oh, Jules, wow. Welcome. Let's put you on the screen there. Jules, thank you very much. No wonder you said good morning. For me, it's evening. My clock fell down. It's so hot where we are that the, you know, the hook that was supposedly holding it up, adhesive from IKEA, not their fault, just did not hold up the clock, and I found it on the floor this morning. So it's that hot that My clock's now to the way, but yes, it's evening for us. So you're very welcome, Jules. So nice to have you along. By the way, I absolutely love your logo. Look at that. Beautiful colours. Really, really lovely. Looks like a butterfly or a ribbon. Could be both. Because of who I am, I would actually say that that's a beautiful butterfly, but it could be a ribbon. Absolutely love the energy that's in that as well. It's very, very catchy. I love it, Jules. Thank you so much. What if this was work or career passionate, Saji? A completion of something, but moving on to the next thing. And the world card, of course, look at how you've got those four fixed signs there, as in referring to the astrological strengths and, of course, the elements that they represent. So this person has the correct intelligence, that's the mental capacity coming from air. Emotionally, they're in the right space to actually be positive about what they're doing, and therefore it makes it a lot easier. They're enjoying it, and of course 3 of Cups tells us they're enjoying it, they're enjoying the journey. And it also shows the application coming from the fire family there, where we've got the lion representing them, saying that they will take the action. One is our action, it's fire, they get on with it, they get up and do it. And then that leads to a product, doesn't it? Something manifesting, which is tangible. Taurus, well, that's actually brilliant because that's in the card. So if you look at your clues in your world card, it's telling you everything's actually there on the table. But also, we met this in the Wheel of Fortune, and those 4 characters were actually not coloured in like this because they weren't completed. I always look at it as in you've got a colouring book as a child and you go filling it in and you go, well, I've finished the book now, I've coloured it all in. Think of it like that. That's the difference between the two. And the wreath again for victory. So it's the completion, the passing. Quite often we see somebody's won the race, somebody's actually Ironman, run a marathon, they've completed it, and now straight away they're going into the next thing. If it was work, it would mean they've completed something, but I would definitely say with the world card, they're on to the next thing, they're on to the next part. They may have retired, and they go, oh, now I'm going to run my own business. Or, now I can do all the things I want and sell what I produce in my garden, in a little farmer's market. I don't need the money, but it's what my love is, that I want to grow all these things and know that I'm good at it. And of course I want, some value from it, feeling that I can't actually eat all this myself. So it makes perfect sense actually, to be productive and produce it for others. So there's a lot of wonderful things that could be. But that's what I would say if it was work or career. If it's career, remember work and career are different. And I like to just sort of mention the difference. If you're changing your job, it's like I am going to be a tarot consultant, a tarot reader, or a tarot teacher, which is what I'm doing. And I am going to apply to X company instead of Y company, or A or B, or I'm going to apply to them all. So I'm going to change who I'm working for. If it's career, the career, of course, is, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm off to run a farm, and I'm not doing that anymore. I've completely changed what I was doing. It's a career change for me. So the career is the change. The completion of a career, they would have something lined up. If it's work, it would show that they're probably elevating themselves into the next round, celebrating the fact that they've done it. So that's a great question. Thank you so much. Any questions, anybody? Yeah? Anything at all? No? All right, if you do want to do the courses, I'll just bring the website up. There it is, just above me, home, and on the second one along, the courses, and that's where you'll find them. And the technique that I use is part 1, which is this one, signature course. No point doing part 2 and thinking, oh, I'll be able to keep up, because I don't recover it. Why would I repeat it in part 2? So you'd need to start with intermediate. But if you are feeling that you really want to dig deep, then of course you can always go back and do the major arcana cards, or the I don't know, the minor arcana. I've done them all separately for you, so that you're in a position to be able to say, right, okay, I want to just do the court cards, or you know what, I want to refresh myself or learn for the very first time about the pentacles, whatever it is. I've separated them so you're not overwhelmed, and you can actually enjoy that suit and really get to grips. There's a lot of depth on there. There's 30 years experience, and I have really, I'm in the process of revamping them for you right now. Okay, so we've got this one on the screen at the moment, Temperance, and we've got the celebration and the socializing going on with the Three of Cups. But this would be about higher learning again. This actually could be to do with culture, travels, holidays. I brought this one on simply because I think it's a big time of holidays for most people, isn't it? You know, it's when they take a break, depending whether you're in the Northern Hemisphere or the Southern Hemisphere, Jules and Passionate Saji. Let's just say that we are looking at this time of year where we are saying it's boiling hot and we want some sun. I, on the other hand, don't. I'm so hot where I am. It's, yeah, I would actually relish putting something on to keep warm at the moment. So Temperance is a card of higher learning, of tempering something you've already got, and the combining of that to actually bring a success of a celebration in some way that would probably have you socialising with the people that were part of that journey with you. So I hope everybody is well. I do wish you better, Passionate Saji. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. I hope that putting those keywords on there, and just go with the keywords. The tutorials are there for your benefit, for your knowledge, to refer back, and you don't feel you've got to digest it all. I do them because they support the actual courses that I teach you. And although you might think these tutorials are long, there's more depth on the courses. It's a complete different structure. And yes, the Magician and the Fool, I've gone into great lumps and details so that you would know everything possible that I have collated and collaborated together over the years. So I will see you Thursday for the Four of Cups, and I hope that you have a wonderful week until then, and enjoy yourselves, take care of yourself and each other. Wish you better, Passionate Saji. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next Tuesday for more tarot twists and combinations. See you on Thursday, and for now we're going to play you out with our usual. Bye for now.